everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing a Modern Doll Collectors Convention haul video. This is all of the stuff that I got from the Modern Doll Collectors Convention over the last weekend. And I'm going to start on the left side here, and these are the items that I actually didn't pay for. So these are items that came included with my $150 registration. Now a couple of them are items that I won, so I'm going to talk about that. But first I'll talk about the absolute freebies. So if you look down here, these are all doll size necklaces, and each necklace is themed to one of the artist events that occurred at Modern Doll. And so the way Modern Doll works is different artists come in and they do events, and you pay for the event, and you're usually served a meal or maybe an ice cream social, and the event comes with a doll. And so that's what's really cool about it, because you don't have this competition of, you know, I don't know if I'm going to get the doll I want. You're guaranteed to get the doll if you register for the event. So that's what's really, really nice about it. But included in that registration, like I said, are the tiny necklaces. And then we got some cute little goodies in our welcome bag, plus a little pair of underwear. I'm pretty sure that's dumpling sized. They got a lanyard for the dolls, because you have to wear your lanyard there. Some antibacterial gel, which is very important. This picture of the convention doll, which is Sissy, and that came at the final banquet. So along with the little souvenirs that you see here, you get an opening meal when you arrive. There's a welcome luncheon, and so that lunch is included, and it's usually buffet style. And then you get a final dinner at the end, the closing banquet. And this time, for example, we had filet and shrimp, and so it was really good. So you're getting a lot of stuff included for that registration price. But then at the opening event, I won this Madame Alexander centerpiece doll, which is super cute. So the theme this year was magical memories. So each centerpiece doll was themed around some sort of magical memory. And at my table, we had the Christmas themed doll, which was really cool. And then I also won this dress and wig at the Helen Skinner event. So I attended the Helen Skinner event, which I did pay extra to attend that event. But she did a giveaway in her event, so I got that. So all of these things over were freebies or things that I won, and there are lots of opportunities to win things and participate and get prizes while you're at the convention. So now let's talk about my event dolls, because I went to 4 events and got the dolls for those. Actually, let's say 5 events and got the dolls for those. So the first one I'm going to talk about is my Bonica doll. And her name, if I'm remembering, is Sarah Maria. And she is themed after the first day of school. Now, Bonica is a German company, and it's run by Miss Claudia. And so she taught us the story about the German sweets cone that the kids get when they start school. And I cannot remember what the name is. It's a German name, of course. But the kids all get a little sweets cone. And then she came with a backpack. Really cute backpack, and there was also at the table a little chalkboard. So every event there are what's called table favors, and so you get those when you sit down. So even if you can pay for the events just to do the meal and not include the doll, and you would get the table favors even if you didn't opt for the doll. But I always opt for the doll, because why not? So that was from the Bonica event, and Bonica dolls, they're sculpted by Diana Effner and distributed by Bonica, and then they have the most gorgeous clothes. So Bonica has a huge focus on clothing and the quality of clothing, and so that's what you see here with her. Alright, so let's talk about my next event doll, which is the Little Darling event doll here, and her name is Princess Irene, and she was based on the story The Princess and the Goblin by George MacDonald. And the cool thing about her is, first of all, this event is only $265 to attend. You can't get a Little Darling for that price anywhere. Now, technically, they're considered factory painted dolls, but the artists touch up the eyes every time. So you don't know which artist touched up the eyes, but the Diana's trained artists go and they touch up the eyes by hand on every one of these dolls, and so they all have very vibrant, lifelike eyes. And the costuming is amazing. Nellie Valentino designs all the costuming for these dolls, and she's just incredible with her design work. And so you really get an amazing doll at an amazing price, plus you get a meal. So she's really, really, really fantastic. I always attend this event every year. It's one of my weaknesses are little darlings. So a lot of people, you know, they just see a lot of the BJDs on my channel, but I have a huge vinyl passion too, which I do talk about a lot on here. So, but there's her. And for the first time ever this year, one of the little darling artists, Helen Skinner, did an event by herself where she hand painted 40 dolls. And this is Brenna. She is a fairy, and so the theme was fairies, and she is so gorgeous in person. Somebody messaged me about her and said, that is the prettiest little darling I've ever seen in my life. And I said, yep, I wouldn't argue with you there. She is absolutely amazing. I love the color choices that Helen chose for her. I love Helen's painting. I have more of Helen's dolls than anyone's dolls, and she is just fantastic. And so that was included with the meal, with the event. So the event was, I believe it was $6.50, and you got a meal and you got the doll. And not only that, but you got the opportunity to win things. Like I showed you guys, I won the dress, and she also gave away some dolls, some centerpiece dolls as door prizes, which was incredible. So I was really happy for the ladies who won those. So that was another event doll. Now, the next event doll that I got was, and these are not in order that I received them, I'm just going down the line here. This is Chippy Pigeon doll, and I signed up for her with the Pigeon Doll Seminar, and she has a real mohair wig and beautifully costumed. I really love her, and it's just really cool. She's artist painted. Joshua the artist painted her, and then I got her this little necklace, which is perfect from the sales room, the little white rabbit with the blue bow tie. So she was another event doll. So just from events so far, I'm up to 4 dolls, which is crazy. I know. Where am I going to put them all? I'm going to figure it out when we get done. Now, the next event doll that I signed up for is more technically, she's the convention doll, which next year, Modern Doll's in Oklahoma City, and there's not going to be a convention doll. That's going to be new this year, but they have so many great artists coming doing events that kind of makes it easier for people, I think, to pick and choose which events they want to go to. Because while we would all love to attend every event, they can get a little expensive. So without having the convention doll, you actually might have a little more choices on events to attend. So this was the convention doll, which is the Meadow Doll Sissy. And this is not what she came wearing. This is something that I purchased in the sales room, which I'm going to talk about my sales room purchases next. But she was part of the convention, and she came as a full set. She was dressed in a little Texas cowgirl. She's called the Texas Star Sissy. So she came in this little outfit. So there was her outfit, and then she had a pair of pink boots. And she came also with a horse, which I didn't bring out here, which I should have, but it was an adorable little horse on a peg. What do you call that? A stick horse that she had that was made by one of the ladies there. All right, and one last event doll I have to talk about, which is not really an event doll, it's a centerpiece doll, and that is this doll here. Now this is an incredible work of art done with a collaboration between Phoebe Flockling and Charlene Smith. So let me tell you a little bit about that. This is the Shoo-Hoo, and he's an adorable little elf, you can see, or maybe not elf. Technically, he's a Shoo-Hoo, so they're like a species of their own, so to speak, but they're reminiscent to me of hobbits or, you know, fantasy creatures, and that's why I fell in love with him. And then what we have here is we have this bicycle, and Charlene was telling me that they cut the back end of the bicycle off and they welded a clock. You can see this is a clock. They welded a clock to the bicycle, and then Rose and her children decorated inside this pure fantasy scene. So, and his name is Peregrine. So Peregrine came with all of this. Now he was a centerpiece doll for the BB Flockling event, and here's how centerpiece dolls work. Centerpiece dolls there's not as many of them, and you're not guaranteed a centerpiece, but what you can do is when you get to the event and you see the centerpiece, when you go sit at the table, if you decide I really want that, you put your name on a slip, you put your name in the hat, and then if they draw your name, you get to buy the centerpiece. And sometimes there's enough centerpieces to go around because people spent too much money and they can't put their name in for the centerpiece, but sometimes everybody wants the centerpiece, and so, you know, you don't always get it, but you got a good chance of having your name pulled so you can buy the centerpiece. And so that's how I wound up with this guy. So he is from an event, but he is an event centerpiece doll. And the doll for that event was Abrielle, which I did not buy her, but I fell in love with him and I had to have him. So those are my event dolls. Now I want to talk about the things I bought in the sales room, because Modern Doll has a great sales room. It attracts clothing makers and doll makers and all sorts of people. So from the sales room, first of all, I bought another doll, which is Nikki Britt's Itty Britty, and this is Ella Britty. And on her COA, she's called Ella Sprinkles, and you can see she's got little sprinkles on her dress. And it's a Barbie, it's a Kelly dress, because this size doll wears the little Kelly things. And I had regretted not getting one sort of at IDTS, and then I decided I wasn't going to order one for the pre-order because I really prefer her artist dolls to the factory dolls, and I thought I'll just wait and see if I get the opportunity. And she was there in the sales room, and so I had the opportunity, so I got this little one. And on the topic of sprinkles, I also got these items from my friend Leslie. Her business name is Magpie Mischief, and she makes these adorable little cute snacks, which are going to be great photo props when I get around to taking photos for our dolls. And you can see this one has Mickey sprinkles, and then this one is really cute. So I got all sorts of little sweets for them. And also from Leslie, I bought these two necklaces. I bought a ton of her doll necklaces. I bought some for a friend, and then I bought these for myself. It's a little bear and a little cat, and I just thought they were so cute. And you saw my pigeon doll was already wearing one of the other necklaces I bought. I also bought an Atelier Mamoni Nita doll. So this is the Mamoni K, but in the small size. And so I bought her because she was the only Patusa I was missing. And so now I have her. So I have one of each Patusa. I have two of some. So I had to grab her. And I kind of left her on the table for a while because, if you know, I was helping her in the sales room. And so what I really wanted was, I had encouraged her to come to Modern Doll with me because I love this show so much. And she came. And I was wanting to leave her dolls there for new collectors. And when Nita was she was the last one, and I was kind of waiting like to see if somebody was going to buy her. And then finally at the last minute I said, I gotta buy her, let's put her up, I don't want anybody else to buy her. So that's what happened there. So now she's home. And then I bought these two outfits for my dumplings. Now Kira, I bought her at IDTS, but these outfits are made by my friend Diana, and her shop name is Matilda Pink on Etsy. And she made these dumpling outfits, and this is the first time she's made dumpling outfits, and I love her style so much. Her clothes are amazing. The quality is unmatched, and I love the fabric she chooses, and I love the style. So I just really like the style of her clothing, and so I love these two outfits that I got for these two while I was there in the sales room. So you have, if you go to Modern Doll, you have so many opportunities to buy. But it's a lot of fun. You don't have to buy anything at all. You can register for the $150, and you can go and you can enjoy and meet your doll friends and see the latest dolls and all the latest clothing and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. Plus you'll get some good meals. Or you can register for the events, which I highly recommend, because you know you're going to get that doll before you go home. You're not going to have to rush into the sales room to try to get it. You're going to be guaranteed to leave the convention with that doll. And so that to me is what makes Modern Doll so special. besides all the people, because the people are amazing. I love going to the show, but just knowing that you can go home with so many treasures. And they also offer payment plans for like a long period of time, so you can help make it more affordable. So anyway, this is my haul. This is everything that I got, which is a ton. I know, I'm super spoiled. What can I say? I know it, I admit it, I embrace it. I'm spoiled. So anyway, that's my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about it, or if you have any questions about Modern Doll, leave them for me in a comment below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.